I gotta say, it was a little bit of a walk to get up here, but this place is pretty awesome. And today I want to show you how you can travel the world as a copywriter. Exactly how much you need to make, the kind of thing you need to know to make sure that you enjoy your travel and you get work done for clients. I've been traveling the world as a copywriter for the last 4 years now. I just absolutely love it. It's the best life for me. I love traveling and I want to share with you how you can travel too, because I think a lot of copywriters get into copywriting so that they can travel the world. We got a lot of nomads. A lot of my private clients, some of them live in Bali, some of them travel to lots of different countries every single year. One of my clients has been to like 20 countries in the last year and they just love it. And I want to show you how you can do it too. If you're in a country and you've been in the same place for a very long time, but you want to get started, you want to start traveling, you want to start experiencing the world, this is the video for you. Because as a copywriter, you really can do that. You know, you can deliver work for your clients and then you can go and explore. So before we even get into how you can do it and what you need to look out for, let me tell you how much you need to make every single month, how many clients you need to have, like the bare minimum. You need to make $10,000 a month. You need to have like 2 or 3 retainer clients, and you need to have some contingency. If you lose a client, it can get pretty stressful. And if you don't have a home base that you can go to when you have less money, it can be very, very stressful. Let's go over the 3 biggest myths or beliefs that people have about traveling as a copywriter that aren't really true. The first one is that you're going to make less money when you travel. And I used to believe this one more than anybody else. I used to think, I'm going to stay in my office, I'm going to work. If I go and travel, if I go out to coffee shops, I'm going to make less money, I'm going to be less productive. And maybe when you're a beginner, when you're learning the skill, it's too overwhelming to have all that sensory input to be in a coffee shop or to be in a different country or to be doing something else. But when you've got a little bit of skill, completely the opposite. In fact, when I travel, I'm much more productive. I have so much more creative energy. I have so much more inspiration. I get so much more work done. And I experienced this myself because I used to think that, right? I used to think that the more you work at home, the more you're in front of your desk, the more money you're gonna make. When this happened, I had my best month in Italy while I was traveling. I made $25,000 that month. And that was like life-changing to me. It broke that belief forever. I was like, wow, I'm actually making more money while experiencing the world around me. In fact, I made more money that month, so much more that month than the previous month that my entire trip was paid for, because I think the previous month I made like $20,000. So the $5,000 I'd spent in Italy, it was like free. It was like I was traveling for free. It was a great experience. And so I'm gonna tell you right now, if you think that traveling is gonna make you less productive, you're wrong. It's not what happens. And the only time maybe you'll be less productive is if you are not a very experienced writer, because you still have to develop the craft. And in that case, join Copy Basecamp and get better at your skill, because I'll teach you everything that you need to know. I'll give you all my 6-figure copywriting systems, everything that works for me and my clients in there. So go join that. And once you join that, then you can go travel the world and you'll have the skills to take it to the next level. So that's the first thing that a lot of people believe about travel that couldn't be further from the truth. The second belief is that you need to be in American time zones to work with American clients. And I think this is a massive one, and one of the things most people are afraid of is like, oh, if I'm in a different time zone, then my client's not going to want to work with me because I'm not going to be available, or I'm not going to be able to work at midnight, or whatever the case. And in fact, in the dojo, I would say we have, of the 100 private copywriters I coach, who most make good money, like over 6 figures, maybe 30% of them are in Asia time zone, and they work with American clients, and there's never any problems, because it's not about time zone. It's about boundaries, and it's about being a professional, and it's about delivering work on time. It's not about when you work, it's about when you get the work done. And I think this is a super, super important point, because a lot of people try and create artificial boundaries. I'll give you a slightly unrelated example, but maybe we'll be able to tie it back. So basically, like for example, you want to close a retainer client, and you think, well, maybe I should get them into a contract with me that they should pay me every month. That's going to lock in a retainer. It's a very artificial way to create a retainer, because people don't really care about the contract so much. They really want you to deliver something for them that they need in their business that's going to get them an outcome. And that's actually, by the way, happened to a copywriter I worked with. He was like, oh, I want to create a contract that maybe gets me to keep the retainer for 6 months. I said, dude, just have a problem that you solve every month that they need help with. Then they're going to keep paying you. Like, as long as you keep solving the problem that they need help with, they're just going to keep paying you. So artificial solutions versus like real solutions. So what's the real outcome that they want? They don't really care about time zone. They want the work done, they want the work fast, and they want it quality. As long as you can deliver that, what's the problem? So usually people think because of time zone, they're going to get very, very slow responses and they're going to get low quality work because you're busy traveling and you're sipping pina colada on the beach somewhere, right? So as long as you don't do that with clients, and you actually could even say to them, like, I have many clients in the States, like right now I'm in Asia. I have many clients in the States and we've never ever had any problem with quality. I like to deliver all my work and respond within 24 hours. So like you're always going to get everything. You won't even notice I'm on a different time zone because I usually work in American time zone anyway. The only catch is that you might have to have Slack on your phone and WhatsApp and Telegram and make sure that your notifications are on so that you don't miss a message from your clients. That's really it. I wouldn't say it's like a big catch. Just be available, just be ready to respond to business owners. And if you're working with good clients, usually they're going to be ahead of schedule anyway. Like they'll ask you for work and they'll ask you to deliver stuff and you'll have a few days anyway to deliver it. So just be on top of your work. So for me, when I travel, I like to get my work done first and then I like to rest and relax. I get my work done in the morning, maybe a little bit of work in the evening after a day out. In fact, I actually like time zones. Time zones are even better for me as a copywriter. And I sometimes frame this to my clients too. It's like, when I'm traveling, I get so much inspiration, I get so much motivation. I bring that to my work. I put more energy and more effort into my work because I'm having such a great day. I feel so great, So when I'm in Japan time zone, like I can get so much work done before anybody wakes up. Like I sometimes say that to my clients. It's like, the cool thing about working with me when I'm in Asia time zone is that I have the work done before you guys even wake up because I'm ahead. I'm in Asia time. We're ahead. By the time the States wake up, all my work's already complete. So you can ask me for a project on Friday and I deliver it pretty much always Thursday night for you. It's Friday for me, but it's delivered a day early. So the benefit of working with me in this context is that you actually get the work done, you get it done a day early, and they like hearing stuff like that, So this belief that time zones are going to destroy your work relationship with clients, it's more of a boundary and communication issue on your end. It's like you're not clearly communicating the value that the time zone brings you and how that actually makes their business better, and trying to create some sort of artificial thing like, I will work these hours only and you can only message me at this time. Like they don't care about that. Like they just want to know if we have a project, will they get it done for us? And you just do it. If you're only sleeping 8 hours a night, people can wait 8 hours. And if you're working with clients that need you to respond within 8 hours, then maybe it's more of a client issue. I don't find clients that I work with usually need me to reply within 8 hours. Most of my clients are happy with a response within like 12 hours, 24 hours, So I don't really have a problem with that at all. So that's the second thing. And the third belief that really stops people from living this lifestyle is all or nothing thinking. It's like, either I'm a nomad or I'm gonna stay in one place and work. Why can't you have a bit of both? Like next week, I'm going to Rome to hang out with the dojo. And a lot of those copywriters, they don't travel around the world all the time. They're not nomads, but they're going to Rome for this one event. And that's maybe the best way to get started. Like for me, I don't travel the whole year round. I'm not like a complete full-on nomad. I don't have no base. I have a home base in Cape Town, South Africa. So I'll spend more than 6 months a year in Cape Town. And then the other 4 or 5 months of the year, I'm traveling. And it doesn't all have to be at once either. I'll go for like a month and then I'll come home and I'll work and I'll train and I'll eat the way I want to. And then I'll go away again and I'll, travel and then I'll come back. And so you don't have to have either or. It's like, you don't have to become a nomad. You can have a base and you can go for a few weeks. And that's what I'd say is like the best starting point is pick a place that you want to go to, that you've always dreamed of going to. You'll find it's not actually that expensive. Like maybe Airbnb, a couple $1,000s, you're in for, I don't know, like 3 to 5K, and you just do it. Just do it. It's a lifetime experience. Like if you don't do it, like what are you even in this industry for? Like you've got to at least experience it once. There's a couple of copywriters and a couple of business owners I've convinced that it's like, you got to go travel, you got to go experience it. And one copywriter I was working with, he was never giving himself permission to travel. He was making like $50,000 a month, but he was always busy hustling. And he's like, no, I'm gonna hustle, I'm gonna hustle. Dude, go travel, go to Asia, go see what it's like. And he went, and he loved it. He's like, wow, I feel so fulfilled. I feel so finally, a reward for being in this industry, because there are a lot of downsides to being a copywriter. You don't have as much of a stable income as you might have in some corporate jobs. It can be stressful sometimes. we're constantly threatened by ideas like AI taking over or something else happening or business owners no longer needing copy from us. Like, we have negatives in our industry. So one of the positives is that you can travel the world and you can do stuff remotely. So why are you not leveraging like one of the best parts of being a copywriter is that you can travel and you can live this life of complete location freedom. So do it. Book that ticket, choose one place that you want to go, make sure that it's a place that you've always wanted to go, and don't overdo it. You don't have to go all in and like go stay there for a month, just go for like a week or two. If you're stressed about time zone, just go to a place in the same time zone. Even in the same country, if you really want to, just go to a place in the same country. Like, okay, I'm going to this place I haven't been to in a few years, or I want to go again. Start there, see what it's like, get a little bit of work done. And if that's overwhelming, maybe you start with something as small as doing some work at the coffee shop. Do some work outside of your office, like get started, go and experience that, because it changed my life. And there's not a lot of stuff I'm saying in this video that I think is like as tactical and as strategic as many of my videos, but this might be one of the best things that I ever did. It's one of the things I don't regret, and I'm really, really happy because I used to only work in my office. I used to have like this office where I was like, I'm not gonna do anything else. I'm just gonna work in my office. I'm just gonna make sure that I get all my work done. And a few of my friends and a few people in the dojo were traveling the world, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stop pressing pause. I'm gonna stop waiting for another time or one day. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna go travel. Let's just do it. And I was a little stressed at first. I was a little overwhelmed being in places that don't speak English or don't speak any of the languages I know. It was like, oh no, like this is overwhelming, but I did it and I don't have any regrets. And you will not have any regrets if you do this, because life is about experiences just as much as it is about money. What's the point of making all this money if you don't get to go and experience it and go and live anywhere and try things and meet different people? And you'll actually get better at writing copy as well, because you'll get to experience things like, especially if you write biz op copy, like think about it. Think about the big message for biz op is like, oh, you can make money and travel and live anywhere you want in the world. That's like one of the big messages. So you should probably try it so that if you've tried it, then you can easily talk about the experience, Like, for example, one of the emails I wrote when I was traveling in Japan is like, wouldn't it be cool if, you could go to this random place and here's what it's called and here's why it's so cool. Wouldn't it be cool if you could just on a Wednesday afternoon be like, you know what, I'm gonna go there, and you book some tickets and you go on Friday. Wouldn't that be cool? And that's possible with your and then I like do my little pitch onto why they should have that kind of business, So do it. Those are the three things. And that's it. That's what I want to share with you. Set a date, make sure that you just do it, just put it in the calendar, just do it. You will not regret it. Your bank account will thank you. Your memories will thank you. You will thank you. See you in the next video. Oh, and by the way, also you get to build your personal brand, because you get to take all these cool photos and you get to have a view like this. And as a copywriter, you absolutely need a personal brand right now, because otherwise you're not going to be able to differentiate yourself. So you'll actually make more money as well from your personal brand. Okay, now I'm done.